Our class president asks if she has any questions, and Takasaki answers there's nothing in particular. She don't want to be discouraged. The president's courtesy doesn't waver as she continues showing Takasaki around, the latter walking alongside beside her quite expressionlessly. Pretoria Academy's various facilities is straightforward. Information she'd do well to know. Shortest route from the clubhouse back to her classrooms. Where toilets are located and so on. Takasaki doesn't say a single word of response to the president's enthusiastic explanations. The president soldiers on, regardless of whether or not her stony-faced companion is even listening. What a trooper. Well, she probably doesn't know what else to do with this unfriendly girl she's got herself stuck with. Which one? Right. Had been asked by Sister Basket to show Takasaki my new Amitié partner around the academy. Thinking that I wouldn't be able to bear being alone with her. Shirahane? Would you come along on my campus tour as well, please? Me? I asked my bookworm buddy for help. For a moment she looked bewildered by my request, but then... If you want me to... She agreed, her cheeks flushed for some reason. Then... If Suoh-san's going, I am too. The president joined us as well. Thinking about it now, it would have been worth its weight in gold. At any rate, everyone here beside the press is either painfully shy or a misanthrope. Huh? Just say something, Yaegaki-san. I was just thinking that you and I aren't really needed here. Oh, that's true. The president is taking responsibility for the entire campus tour. Well, I didn't particularly feel like doing it, and Shirahane isn't a great talker. Heard of you and 5 are being shown around by a member of the disciplinary committee. Surely Takasaki should have gone with them instead. Another place to show you is... I can tell where she's going from the direction she's headed. Sister Basket's introduction when it needed to be true. This might be the only spot that actually piques most interest for this awful po-faced girl. After walking along a while, bathed in the warm rays of the sun, the president comes to a stop in front of a door. This is the classroom where we have our ballet lessons. When she steps into a room, a tiny sliver of admiration peeks through that no mask Takasaki wears. We really do have a ballet studio. There's almost a smile there. Yes. Of all our physical education here at the academy is dedicated to classical ballet. You've already got some experience in it, haven't you? Yes. Banking upon this rare moment of mutual understanding, the president eagerly attempts to engage her in conversation. However, Takasaki goes on ahead to inspect the room herself, caressing the bar gently as one might with a baby. Ah, she seems to like it. So she does. To be honest, I don't know what there is to be pleased about. Perhaps there are things that only an experienced ballet dancer would appreciate. Like the mirrors of a French style or something like that. Smile wryly, it's probably beyond me anyway. Hey. Huh? Yeah, what is it? Are ballet classes taught by a specialist? Ah, well. President about to answer, but then for some reason, despite my sitting by silently amid all the excitement, she stops herself and turns to me. Why don't you answer a question, Yaegaki-san? Why me? Oh, you two will be Amitié partners from here on out, so you try to be friends as quickly as possible. I had to refuse this well-intentioned meddling of hers when... Just answer already. Takasaki's haughty voice reverberates around the room, and I hear a deep sigh. Oh, so what? That's a correct answer. But it's got to be... I was looking straight into those distasteful eyes of hers for a moment. I tell her that I'm a ballet instructor. You? That's right. Do you think it's weird because I'm in a wheelchair? It's like our gold stocky coaches and former players, is it? And my spur of a moment joke, Takasaki walks towards me without the slightest change in expression. What? She stares intently into my face. Her porcelain skin peeks out from her black uniform and scent like fresh peaches drift across from her. It's really my favourite type of perfume. Or maybe it's a conditioner? Either way, it's annoying. Oi. I want to get a good look at your expressions when you lie. It's good research for my acting. Oh, acting? Right. I've never met a girl like you before, so I'm rather interested. You're very strange. Really? But I guess we're one of the same. Hendrix and Van Gogh are eccentrics too. I'm surprised to hear a name Jimi Hendrix coming up in our conversation. Although personally I prefer Led Zeppelin. Perhaps you can answer a question now. The President gave us a out exchange. Having lost interest, I simply tell him it's just a basket teacher's class, and Takasaki's usual expressionless mask returns. Isn't Miss Torres about over? I give her a hint that I want to leave, but we haven't even gone out of the school building yet. Seems like the President didn't exactly catch my hint. Out of school building? Meaning? The only places you need to know about would probably be the gazebo, the chapel, the allotments, and the greenhouse. All the places it's plain to get to in a wheelchair. Is it some paved around the front of the chapel? I prefer not to go there. My wheels will get covered in mud and won't be allowed to go back to my dormitory. Perhaps my annoyance is showing because Suoh Shirahane looks a little restless. I know. I know a very special place. I'm just certain both you and Yaegaki-san will like it. Just as I expected. When we get outside, we head first to the adjacent chapel. And then to gazebo, where my classmates hold their tea parties. Before Shirahane pushes my wheelchair over to a greenhouse slightly further removed from the school. Our final stop is the allotments, where we grow vegetables, and with that, our tour is finished. Never actually saw the allotments first game, I don't think. Or so I'd thought. But my bookworm buddy suddenly pops up. What do you think? Aren't they adorable? To be fair, one of them looks kind of evil, and one of them looks dead. Frankly, I'm not interested at all, so all I can manage is a snip. Yeah. On the way back from the allotment, Shirahane had tried to turn down a route that would take us back to a greenhouse. I jokingly asked her if she was looking to sabotage the tour. We're going to my special place now. That's how she'd responded. I finally remembered what she'd said before we set out on a little tour of the grounds. Since she was the one pushing my wheelchair, I was wheeled along at her mercy until... So this is your special place. Sorry, I just noticed a look at her face. Fantastic. Yes, isn't that cute? I don't know, but she looks terrified. Shirahane stroking the rabbit's head, you might comfort a child. Rabbit narrows his eyes blissfully as she pets it, as though intoxicated by the sensation. So small creatures do have it in them to keep still. This special place of yours is a rabbit pen? Best table of elementary schools, but I didn't expect to see one here at the academy. I only recently found out about it too. Asked an upperclassman where I should get rid of the alien discarded vegetables from the allotments, and she said I should feed them to these little guys. Huh? I gazed at the rabbits who were munching innocently on what looks to be like cabbage leaves. Rabbits are actually pretty big. Hey, over here, I got some carrot for you. Come on, it's yummy. We're not taking you at all, Prez. Well, rabbits love carrots. She calls out to them, but rabbits don't do much as turn her away. Her shoulders slump and her braids appear to droop quite pitifully. Why don't you have a go at feeding them too? Her present had no affinity for animals, and Takasaki is the complete opposite. Even though she has no food or anything, the rabbits congregate her feet in such numbers, she can't take a single step. Why do I like you so much? I don't know. She looks bewildered, but hold out the leaves I handed her towards the rabbits, who immediately scramble for them. They're eating them. And I think I see a smile across her lips. What, is she actually smiling? At that moment, Takasaki becomes slightly more human to me. Maybe it's because our first encounter had been so unreal, she seemed our character from a dream. Do you have any pets at home, Takasaki-san? None. None at all. This is the first time I've touched an animal outside of work. The president seems shocked to hear this, but perhaps glad to be able to keep the conversation going. She gives up on trying to coax the rabbits. Really? You seem so used to them. I wondered whether or not animals are interested in yours. Or maybe you have loads of pets at home. Any interest? Did that come out weird? I don't really have any interests. I'm not one to indulge in waste of time like that. Her words are clipped, and I can't help but react to a phrase, wastes of time. You don't indulge in wastes of time? Isn't life about enjoying those lazier moments? To be a master of one's life, one must eliminate anything unnecessary. Counter those clipped words of hers with some of my own. I thought you said ballet was your hobby. Hobbies are the main means that we have of killing time, are they not? I stick with my hobbies based on whether or not they're a benefit to me. If you're looking for that in your hobbies, then don't you just become study? Perhaps at her home, because Takasaki now has her pale green eyes and stares at me intently, as though to say, ascertain my true intentions. That haughty expression again. This girl really is. We should probably head back to the classroom. If we play with rabbits too much, we'll tire them out. Right. Yes. Bye-bye. I avert my gaze from Takasaki and the president's intercession. I look over my bookworm buddy who's waving to rabbits. Oh. Hard to put into words when misanthrope like me, but Brace's waving to rabbits reminds me of the old Shirahane. I can't help but smile a little. What is it, Yaegaki-san? Oh, nothing. Shirahane still seems reluctant to leave a rabbit pen. Hurry up, or we'll leave you behind. Takasaki is walking ahead of her present, calls back to us as I flash another cat-like smile at my bookworm buddy. Isn't my new Amitié partner the best? My voice is dripping with sarcasm. It's going to be a fun pairing, I can tell already. There's a line in Hemingway novel that goes like this. The world is a fine place and worth fighting for. I agree with the second part. The hair that reminded me of a Kosaker's jade eyes. That scent of peaches. It's smaller than I thought it would be. I glare at my roommate. The first words out of her mouth as she enters the bedroom are derogatory. My bed is one by the window. Yours is one by the door. Got it? That's what I tell Takasaki. I'd hoped to get everything out of the way before the end of the tour, but since we're Amity partners now, we're sharing a room. No wonder she'd turn up here straight after class. I let out a sigh as I watched Takasaki survey the room with that haughty expression of hers. The great Hemingway himself was just telling us to fight. You talk to yourself a lot, don't you? You're one making me. Hey, don't go touching my bookshelf. Where's my personal belongings? All these books? That's right. Reading's my hobby. A fitting pastime for someone as ladylike as me, don't you think? Rather than hitting back with a rude response, Takasaki sets her luggage down on the unused desk and starts unpacking. Have you had all those books in here? Yeah, of course I have. Why? She gazed at the shelf, her eyes moving over the spines of the books. There's absolutely no consistency. If it's a book, you'll read it. You really are eccentric. Says you. Hey Takasaki, since you're transferring him partway through the term, what did you do to get sent away here? Chops with Mr. Unpacking. Heard you transferred in partway too. Oh? Who'd you hear that from? Those talkative twins? Well, yeah, I did. But I'm sure you can imagine. Could it really be for the same reason as me? flashed me a crooked smile. You could read it two ways, either she's sneering at me, or smiling wryly at her shared circumstances. Well, whatever. Both chicked in from the same hotel, California. I'm not about to welcome you with open arms, but at least let's respect one another's boundaries. You can check in at any time you like, but you can never leave. Well, what do you know? Seems like she knows a bit of American rock. The character in the song tries to dash out and discuss her distance to the other guests. The guest home is where you make it. A big part is at maintaining each other's privacy. I won't be here long. I hear her mutter something. Her broody expression piques my curiosity, but I just said we shouldn't intrude on others' personal lives. Was she even listening to that? She's an elusive one, this one. There's some knock on the door. I call out, inviting a person inside. Yet another elusive character enters. Oh, good evening. Ah, you're already unpacking. Yes. Looks like Yaegaki-san's been helping. Seems you two are getting along swimmingly already. Yeah, like water and oil. She elegantly covers her mouth with her hand to hide her smile. She must have forgotten the wrong expression since Takasaki and I were facing one another as she came into the room. I want to ask just what designs she has for us. They can't say anything on face with an embodiment of goodwill more formidable than without even presidents. So, how was your tour of the academy with Yaegaki? Do you like it here? You're quite a shy one, aren't you, Miss Takasaki? As usual, Sister Basket chooses to see us only the best. Well, suppose she simply believes that human nature is fundamentally good. Of course, I'm of the opposite opinion. So, did you want something, Sister Basket? Oh yes, of course, actually was something I forgot to say to you earlier. She folds her arms in front of her chest with a smile, squashing her ample bosom. Sight of it gives me an odd feeling. Since you two will be sharing a room with Yaegaki, there's something I would like you to agree to. Agree to? Takasaki repeats the phrase and Sister Basket says it once more. Now you're Miss Yaegaki's amity partner, yes. Lean forward a little. Huh? Oh, hang on! Before I have a moment to protest. I find myself being picked up as usual. When moving her from the bed, lift her up like this. Sister Basket. Now, don't struggle. You could hurt someone. She rocks me tenderly in her arms. I'm soothing a child. Her full breasts pressed up against my cheek, and I can feel my entire face flushing. Enveloped by Sister Basket's sweet scent as she gently lays me down on the bed. In other words, you're saying I'll be responsible for Yaegaki-san's care? Yes, she can manage most things by herself, but I'd like you to ask for assistance when it comes to more troublesome matters. For example, in bringing food back to the room, Sister Basket. Also, changing her clothes. Right, I'll show you how to get her changed into pyjamas. No, seriously, you don't need to. Look over at Takasaki, but she's not laughing. She's just wearing her usual haughty look. I'd given her real peace of mind if she was sneering, but... Really? I suppose you must know how to change someone's clothes without seeing it done. In any case, I'll just show you how to help her into her wheelchair. She moves my chair over to the side of my bed, leans down towards me encouragingly. Knowing Sister Basket's personality, resistance is futile, so go along with her in order to get it over as quickly as possible. Much easier if you get her to lean her weight onto you. Don't try to pull up with your arms, and don't stand up straight and bend at her knees. Why? Try and lift her only using your strength in your arms, you'll hurt your back. You've got to use your whole body. With that, she picks me up my limp body and moves me into a wheelchair, waiting beside my bed. Let her get on with it. She takes care of me, I can't refuse me. Can't refuse her. Given the seriousness of these demeanours, I imagine that getting bashful now would be far more embarrassing. Got it? Yes. She pulls a notepad out of her bag, jots down a few memos. Sister Basket puts her forefinger onto her lips. After that? Oh yes, bathing. I'll take it back. Please. Leave me one shred of dignity. Thought of getting just all bashful here would be embarrassing, but I'm loath to have Takasaki see me naked. Honestly, I think I'd rather die. Oh? For some reason, Sister Basket blushes at their sight. Yaegaki-san, would you prefer that I be the one to help you bathe? She addresses me. For some reason, I see a shadow of my second oldest sister in Sister Basket's blushing figure. That's not it, I mean I'm fine on my own. I lie without second thought. Oh dear, you shouldn't try to act tough. The bath is one place where you're really in trouble without assistance, isn't it? She's right. Come on, take the hint. Take the hint. When my legs are useless, I push myself. If I push myself, I can manage most things day to day. But getting into a bath would be difficult. Seeing Takasaki clutching a pencil in one hand and glaring, I hear a deep long sigh. Yaegaki-san? I'm sorry, Sister Basket. I'd like you to keep assisting me with bathing. I have no choice but to make that weak request of her. Oh, you look tired, Miss Yaegaki, are you right? I feel like curling up and eating a gallon of ice cream. Other than that, I'm fine. Oh no, you'll make yourself sick if you do that. My sarcasm flew right over her head. Well then, it's a little early, but shall we head off? With an angelic smile, Sister Basket puts her hand to her handles of my wheelchair. I'm embarrassed. About to go bathing. Next episode. Bye bye.